Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlace89. Welcome to City Skylines 1. We're in Ordens Fenda again today, and we're going to continue working out this area that we kind of started last week's episode. I'm going to put something right here. We're going to kind of flesh out and connect up this area to this area over here. I'm thinking we'll also expand out some stuff over on this little plot of land as well. Also, I want to tell you something that I've done off camera. Ooh, jumpy game. I went ahead and I installed the 81 tiles mod, and I'll tell you why. Because with the 81 tiles mod, I can get rid of all of these ugly power lines. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all across the city, and I will return after I do that. Also water pipes. So I'm going to go underneath the roads and delete the water pipes. I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, we have a lot of issues in the city, so before I actually build out, I'm going to address these things. What the 81 tiles mod has included is the ability to transmit power and water under the roads, so that's why I went through and deleted all of that. So I'm going to, as you can see, these things are full, so our cemetery and our landfill. So I'm going to collapse them and I'm going to delete them, and then I'm going to go back through, find our cemetery, place you, and then go back to our waste collection and put that there. So hopefully that'll start getting people all sorted. I'm gonna just delete some of these things. I think what we'll do is, I think it's a good idea to kind of have a little more. So let's go ahead and we're gonna let's add a crematorium. Let's add you here so we can kind of get that all squared away. And we have one over here, so that's good. Yeah, I want to come through here, and I'm gonna want to do something like what we did with this area last episode. Kind of made it a little office park. And on this side, I want to do something similar as well. So let's come through, and I'm gonna push this land out a little bit more. I'm gonna grab that tool, let's up our brush size just a little bit, a little more, about 100, 200. And we're just gonna kind of turn it into basically like a little cliff, right? And then we're gonna grab our soften tool, bring it down, and just kind of soften it up. I think maybe take the strength down a little bit. Yeah. Beautiful. A little ravine there, and that's totally fine. So here's what I like the idea of doing. First things first, I think I want to hopefully all that'll sort itself out as we go through the episode. I'm going to, first things first is I'm going to come through and find a nice park, and I'm going to add it on off the main road here. What do we think about that one? I like that. I like that park a lot. Right off the road. So it'll be like a feature of this area. Alright, so what can we do? Let's grab a path. And I wish I could connect it directly to that bridge, but alas, I cannot. So what we can do though, is I'm going to turn off everything but angle. I'm going to have some meandering pathways through here. Kind of like that. And then let's grab one more. Maybe behind these buildings. Yeah. Something like that. And I think that's a good time. So now what we'll do is I'm going to come through, and I don't think that I want to zone inside, but I do want to zone on the outside of our big park that we just created. So here's what we'll do. We're going to grab this road. Let's turn on our topography view, and I'm just going to turn on everything except road guidelines, and I'm going to kind of do that with it. Alright, that's perfect. Oop, let's back out of that. We're going to click this. We're going to bring this a little further on. We're going to do that. Alternatively, let's go 5 units off that curve. We'll do 5 units off that curve. We're going to remove those, and we're going to add a nice... this thing. Yeah. And so now these roads will converge at some point, and it'll be a good time and everybody will love it. But I think for now we could probably get by with something like I think we could get by with something like that in this area. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And this will be kind of a more some more high density stuff. We're gonna have some of those type uses out here. So let's just go ahead and do that. Hope everyone's having a great day, great week. The goal is to have this video out soon. The day I usually record, we had some issues with the weather, and I posted it on the community tab that it would be delayed. This episode would be delayed. I want to have it out sooner rather than later. But yeah, I posted that, and not 5 minutes later the power went out. 10 minutes later the power completely went out on me. So I said, well, good thing I wasn't recording. That would have not been good. So I like the idea of coming out here and grabbing, let's go 8 by 12, we'll go back down. All right, I'm gonna turn this into its own little zone. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm gonna add a zone kind of on the outer edge of our technical school here. But what I want to do as well is I want to clean it up to make it not encroach so much on the main avenue. So this will be, what's our default styling that we want? Let's do I think I want some more Brooklyn and Queens as well, but also let's see what kind of zoning specializations we can put in here. We have office zoning, right? Let's do let's use IT cluster for that. Let's use let's use that'll generate a ton of traffic. Let's do commercial wall to wall here and pair that with those. What is that? Okay. Cool. Let's say I want to add our first skyscraper. Honestly, what's our garbage problem? I think I'm going to up the budget for our garbage. So let's do that. We're going to go to our budget tab, and we're going to just throw money at the problem. That'll work. And also, I think let's do about 124-hour medical healthcare stuff. So hopefully that'll help get what we need for that. But yeah, what I want to do, this spot is a prime spot for our first actual skyscraper. I think our first skyscraper. We've added small office buildings over here, but we've not added an actual like skyscraper. So let's do that. So let's go here and we're going to find project skyscrapers. And again, I want to be cognizant of the height of the skyscraper. Like, this is just way too big for this area. This is more acceptable in my opinion. So I think, just kind of as an example, let's put our entry kind of on the back side. So so as you're coming through downtown, right, our old downtown, there's a lot of dead people in this area. Shoosh. Oh man, that is a ton of death. So much death. But yeah, so coming down here, right, you got a nice tower. Or if we're coming through this way, you can still see it, kind of butted up against the mountains. Yeah, I like that. I had an idea. I think what we could do is do like terrace homes kind of down here inside the ravine. I think that would be interesting. But also, I don't want to like just cover everything with zoning. So what we could do is maybe do like a little neighborhood, like affluent neighborhood kind of around here with a few homes. But we'll get there when we get there. Yeah. So I actually do kind of like that. So what we can do down at the bottom here is kind of make it attractive looking. So let's see what we've got in the way of park assets. I know that we have some fun small parks that should fit the bill. If I could find them, yeah. So like we have tiny parks. We have these little parks down here. What is this? It's a park with birches. I like the idea of getting one centered kind of in the middle there, but it's snapping and we can't turn snap twos off. There we go. What is this? This is a tourist park. So we could kind of have this like as like the plaza. Of some variety. Let's put that there. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Alright. So now we have this skyscraper in. This is kind of an example. And as these IT cluster buildings come up too, they'll kind of help with the aesthetic that I'm kind of going for. Let's do a nice big 4-block zone there. Yeah. And I think I like the idea of adding some more of these wonderful Brooklyn and Queens style apartment buildings, these red stones kind of right here. Yeah, that'll be a good time. And again, I want to be mindful that I don't zone on the inside of that. Yeah. Alternatively, we could turn that to gravel. So let's do that. Hold on. There we go. So I want to grab move it now. We're going to grab this node and kind of push it directly to that bridge. No need for anarchy whenever you can do that. And then I might do something similar here. We will grab anarchy and do that. Alright, so now it looks kind of more complete with the ability to do that. So here we are. We have some IT cluster. We have some... Let's do commercial now. I want commercial here. And then I think I want commercial here. And then maybe a small 2x3 by 3 office block. And then some commercial there as well. So yeah, we are coming in. Coming in quite nicely over here. When do we unlock another square, I wonder? We don't unlock another square for another 2 milestones, and that's okay. So what we can do at this juncture is I want to, like I said earlier, we were wanting to take a look at a couple of other areas And I like the idea of having like an industrial area out here. So I think that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's check our... Actually, hold on. This is what I need to do. Let's grab our earth moving tools. So this isn't terrible, but what I want to do is I want to flatten it out to about... I just want to flatten it, or at least soften. So let's try softening. Let's get that off the screen. Let's turn our strength all the way back up. Here's what we're gonna do. Change my mind. We are gonna flatten it. Let's grab this height, because that just seems like, oh, it's perfect. This seems like a good idea at the time. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna just kind of do all sorts of fun stuff. And then I think let's put up here, and we'll put up here because in my imagination, I think there's a bridge that goes that way. So why not? All right. So let's just kind of fix some of the land here. I'm gonna get our brush size up a little bit, kind of get more of it all at once. Yeah, something like that, right? You feel me? Then we have this whole other area over here that we could navigate towards if we wanted to. All right, so we're gonna grab our soften tool now. We're gonna turn our brush strength down just a little bit, and we're gonna just soften some of these edges, just to kind of make it not as ugly. All right, and here we are. We have some delightful plots of land that we can do things with. Let's get our terrain view back on. So what I want to do, let's grab a 4-lane road. I want to kind of just keep it simple. Here's what we'll do. Let's grab a 4-lane industrial road. I don't think I want to come directly off this curve. It just seems a little dangerous, but you know what? It's a video game, and I think the aesthetic will look kind of nice. Yeah, it's on a curve with trees, so the realism police would not, the realism sticklers, I guess, would not be happy with me for that. But you know what? I kind of like it. I don't mind. And we'll have to make sure too that we don't cul-de-sac it. We'll have multiple connections. Actually, let's move this down. I'm gonna chop that hill out of existence and kind of do this. So it'll be like our highway is coming. Oh, I don't know what we could do. We could have a fun little overpass situation going on, like a diamond interchange. Everybody knows that I love a good diamond interchange. All right, so let's grab now our soften again. I want to keep the strength up pretty hefty, I suppose. All right, so there's that. Let's do then. Here's what we're gonna do. I want to make a diamond interchange. Let's do about like so. Man, I love the way that this bridge looks. I really do. You can see underneath it. I think I might need to make that a little taller. Yeah, let's go. Alternatively, we could just kind of do it at grade and that should be fine. So let's grab you. We're gonna grab, let's do a 10 unit. Why not? Meh. We'll figure it out. We'll see. I don't anticipate there being too much traffic. So what we'll do is we'll have kind of what we were saying about like this. We're gonna have, alternatively, we could use roundabouts. That's a good idea. And it would be safer. It would be a ton safer. Let's do that instead. We're going to pause that for a moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to come and grab our dirt road. I'm going to come off this road. We're going to do, let's do a 12. That seems about right. Ooh. 6 by 6. There we are. All right. Let's come straight, just a little straight segment, about like that. Oop, grab our normal tool, normal curve. All right. And then we can have maybe a diamond kind of closer towards this area. I feel like that would make a little more sense. Alternatively, we could have bridges and connections elsewhere. We'll figure that out when we get there. I think that's what we'll do. Let's grab our highway again. I believe it's this one. And then I think I want the roundabout to end, or the highway segment to end here. I think that's what we want to do. So let's grab our 4 lanes again, and we'll keep the industrial road. Changed my mind. Changed my mind. Tell you what. Let's do 3 lanes. Like that. Yeah. That's better. I don't want to really change too much at the moment, but if we need to, then we will. So let's go into our traffic manager. We're going to go to our priority signs, I believe, and then we're going to do Control Shift click, and there's that. I'm not good with the whole, I don't know what I need to do. I'm going to adjust one thing. We're going to make a turn right here, and then we're going to make a turn right there. So the inner 2 lanes can go. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So what I want to do is we're going to make some small industry. I think just kind of non-specialized industry. Alternatively, what we could do is let's do, since there's nothing out here, what I like the idea of doing, let's make ourselves like a fun little like oil type refinery industry, and we could maybe work on like a port or something down here. So I think I like that idea. So let's prepare the land. Let's turn our brush size down. We're going to grab this height. Let's strengthen it out. All right. Grab this height, and we're going to just block off this whole bit of land like so. Right, like so. Yeah, that'll work. Alternatively, what we could do, let's go down. Ooh, hey there. Control Z. Get our strength just a touch, and I'm going to go down until this is hitting the water. So let's do that. Perfect, actually. So we're going to grab that height, we're going to push it back. Well, like so. So we'll have 2 little like pier type things. So yeah. Let's grab the key walls now. I believe that's what we want. We want to use a simple key wall. I want it to kind of look industrial, so probably use the one that we used. It's kind of like our. Ooh, hey there. That we used on in the land key wall. Alternatively, I don't think it really matters. We could get by with using the slightly nicer key walls, or we could just do this. Yeah, use the case. All right, we're going to do this. Shoreline required. There is a shoreline there, you silly goose. I am going to have to pause for a moment, and we will revisit this after a while. I will be right back. I've returned. I went to the gym, as is my custom in the afternoons. So we're gonna continue working on our handy dandy port area. I really want to make sure that all of our kind of stuff is kind of squared off and level. I think what we could do is actually do this. Let's place roads down. I think this will be a good time. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And I think so. I was thinking as I was going to the gym, I was like, you know what'd be kind of cool? I'll tell you what'd be kind of cool. Like oil industry / fishing, which kind of makes sense because we're in the water area. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to place, I'm going to do that. It's going to be a good time. But first, what I need to do is figure out the frames and such. How many is that? That was 11. I kind of want to go up one more. 12 by 30. Let's do, I don't think it really matters for that. All right, we're going to do 12 by 30. Yeah, we'll just do 30 back here as well. Hopefully this will give us enough room for activities and such. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this height down at the bottom here and kind of scooch it on up. Like so. I think that's what we're going to do. Alternatively, what we could do is I'm going to do this. Apparently there's a thing that happens if you try to... Let's do this. Let's go 50. Yeah, this will work. So I want there to be kind of space between the road and where my key is going to be. But I need to make it all the same height so it'll work correctly. So something like this is what we're doing. And I appreciate you all taking the time to figure this out with me. I have not done this before, as you could probably tell. But yeah, I went to the gym and now I'm back. It was legs and shoulders today. It was a fun time. I had a fun time. Workout partners had a fun time. It was a good day at the gym, you know. I enjoy being active. I find that it is very helpful, especially if you're like me and you kind of, I wouldn't say are sedentary all the time, because I do work out pretty intensely, but at the same time it's like getting up and getting out. I need to figure out where the silly keys are. Are they right here? I wonder. I know I used to find it a while ago. So let's just lose that again. Wait. We're gonna do that. Yeah, that's fine. And we're gonna push you back to here, and then I think what we'll do is kind of the same thing on this other side. We'll come down like that. Yeah. Oh. And then I'll come back through with move it and make everything the correct heights that they need to be. But I think at this point it's just a matter of like getting... Ooh. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to fix that. I think we'll remove our roads because I think we're good now. We can add those back after a while. Yeah. I'm gonna push you back to about right there, I think. Yeah. But yes, I went to the gym. It was fun. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's go back. Let's go back to about right there. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use. Let's actually get our roads back in here. See if we can't do that. Let's do that. We'll do that, and then we'll come right here. Oh, that's a bridge segment. We don't want that. We'll use this tool and kind of force it to the ground. Come on now. There we go. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to grab that, and we're going to grab that, and I'm going to use move it. We're going to select, we're going to marquee select just the nodes, right? We're going to select all of those silly nodes, and then I'm going to check to terrain height. Ooh. I'm going to control Z. We're going to, let's do to object height. That one. Sure. Why not? All right. So we have that, which is nice, I guess. And what we're going to need to do is fix our keys down here, which should be pretty straightforward. Something like that. Have a nice key wall around it, like so. I'm gonna actually scooch that out just a hair. Something like that. I don't like how it's dipped up. So I think what we'll do, let's get move it again. I'm just gonna select these and try to get them to the ground. It doesn't make sense as to why they're not. Oh, there we go. That's fine. Alright, so now let's grab these nodes over here. Where are you? There you are, you pesky little node. But yeah, making a little port. I'm gonna have some fish and piers off of this little situation that we've got going on. It'll be a fun time. Oh gosh, it's terrible. Let's go. Let's unmove it. Unmove that. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to now lopify these things up here. We're gonna get our size up a little bit. We're gonna select what is it we need to do. Okay. Something like that. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Come on now. Beautiful. I think I may connect these keys, this key right here. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go back to our key. Beautimous. I'm gonna have to really figure out why. Oh no! Just add that back, and I'm going to delete just the roads for now. And figure out the land situation. So, here's the thing. I think I figured it out. Okay, so we're gonna grab, let's make our strength this small. We're gonna like that height. Interesting. I don't actually think it's that bad. Anyway, what we can do, I don't like that though. Well, let's just kind of soften that out. It's not terrible. All right, I'm going to figure out this land really quick. So, time lapse. I'm gonna call this the problem-solving time lapse session. Because that's what we're going to try to do. I'll be right back. Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. I think I figured that out. So now what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the height that we have here and we're gonna push it back. I think that would make more sense. So we're gonna just completely undo the slope that we made, and we're gonna push it back to about, I think here is acceptable. I think it makes more sense for there to be kind of like distance than for just the slope to just kind of occur. OCCUR. That's the word. And then I'm gonna have one connection that feeds both piers coming off of this little slope area. So what that is going to look like, we're going to do, let's have ourselves a handy dandy notebook roundabout. Blues, deep cut. You know how we do. We're gonna come off, that is a 7 unit. So we're going to come about right here. Let's do 10 unit roundabout in and out of this area. So here's what we've got. We're going to do this. Let's come across, let's do about, I'm gonna have to figure out where the fish piers are going to go, but essentially this is what we've got going on. We're gonna do that, and I think we could probably curveify this. So let's come off 10 because I don't want there to be like an immediate curve into the roundabout. We're gonna grab our freeform curve tool, and we're going to do something like that actually. All right, perfect. So now we're off the slope. We're gonna do this. We're gonna come back. We're gonna grab our simple curve. We're going to simple curve in like that into a pier area. And oh my goodness, look at what we've got. Is what we're gonna do. Let's kind of figure that out really quick. And then what I'm gonna do, let's find our key again because I can't remember for the life of me where that's supposed to be. We're just going to kind of conform to the terrain with it. And I think that'll be a good idea. We'll just kind of do something like that. All right. Yes. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay. All right. We're gonna just kind of kiss that really quick, delete that tree. All right. So now we have piers. So what I like the idea of doing, we're gonna go up here, we're gonna grab our fish pier, and I'm going to actually place it. We're gonna place one here, and we're gonna place one here. Yes. See, and it's perfect. All right, you love to see it. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab our normal roads, these roads. How many? That's 1 unit off the side. Ooh, we need to grab that actually. This is gonna be kind of fun to do. I don't think that's perfectly 90 for some reason, which doesn't make sense to me. We're gonna do 8 units. It's fine. It's fine. Ew. We're gonna just let's move. Let's select move it. We're gonna do all of the things really quick. We're going to select the building, and we're going to do to object or to terrain height. Oh, hey there. That's not what we want. Let's do to object height. We're going to select that. Perfect. All right. So similar situation. We're going to have try to get 1 unit off the key wall. Something like that. And that road, we'll have to adjust the road, which is totally fine. We're gonna go here. Let's do 7 units, and we're gonna hit a 90. And now what we'll do, I'm going to come up like this, connect that in. Let's go down a little bit. Yeah, look at this. Friends, we're making a pier. Making a pier. And then I guess we can kind of have the road at some point kind of venture out this way. Same thing over here. Kind of come up this little hill area. That's not final. We'll fix that. I'm going to take that away because if I don't, then I'll think that it's the way it's supposed to be. But we're going to just make a little nub right there so we know what we have to do. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just start making this area out here kind of nice. Before we do that, I want to make sure that I set the industrial area. Oh, all of our... Oh, we have some abandoned buildings. That's fine. But all of our death... Ooh, excuse me. And our trash stuff has kind of fixed itself, so that's cool. But I'm going to come through. I'm going to do some move it work. I'm going to make everything level, and it's going to be amazing. And again, you know the deal. We're going to time lapse it. Unless you know what? Thought processes. We're gonna experience my thought processes. So we're going to need to do to object height to that. And that's all even now. So now what we have to do is grab the nodes of the streets, right? We're going to do that. Hold shift and click all of the circles. You don't want these long segments. You want the little individual circles. And sometimes it could take a minute to find the ones that you need. But once you have them, you're pretty much good to go. So let's do to object height, but we're going to do to this node here. And it makes it all even. And then I think this side is pretty well sorted as well. But I think we're going to just, to make sure, select these nodes again, holding shift whilst clicking. We're going to object height to this intersection. Just a little, just a wee bit of adjustment for that one. And then you right click to deselect everything and you're good to go. And that's how we use move it. I'm going to adjust this little pad right here. And I think let's take our brush size down. We'll get our soften tool and we'll just kind of scooch it out. And I know I just undid what I did, but that's fine. So here's what we can do. Let's go to our landscaping. We're going to go to stones. We're going to find and we're going to place some rocks kind of at the ends of the keys because I love that aesthetic. And I think it makes a bunch of sense for there to be kind of like stones in the water kind of around the edge of the keys. So let's work on that. Let's get some small boys too. I'm going to delete one of these. Let's delete a couple of them. Yeah. We'll grab this thing. Alright, so now what we can do, let's go through and detail up with some like light grasses, leaves, like this perhaps, some water plants. Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at that. Well, that's gross, but it's fine. Can't place these bushes, and I don't know why. I don't know what we'll do. We're going to use move it. I'm going to select 1, 2, 3. We're going to copy. And then we're going to click all over. And then hopefully that'll work. And I don't think it'll work. It's not gonna work. Anyway. But yeah, so we have stones. That's nice. Other side. We're gonna do something similar on the other side. I grab some rocks. I need to figure out why I can't place trees with anarchy turned on. I don't understand why I can't do that. So if you have any comments or suggestions, or if you know why I'm not able to, let me know. I can tell you guys the mods that I'm using too. That's not a problem. Yeah, then we just have some stones right there and that'll be a good time. I think what we'll do is we can kind of just come through. Yeah, see, I want to place these things right here. But alas, I cannot. Sad day. Well, what I can do is go back through here and place some of these, which is totally fine. Let's have some mossy stones. Why not? All right. So here we have that. We need to work on getting things out here. So let's go here. We're going to choose, we've painted our industry area. We need to choose which industry we want to be down here. So essentially, I want oil. I might do like a double thing. Let's just see how this goes. All right. So sunset. Okay, this isn't, I messed up. I'm going to have to undo this district. So let's unpaint the district because it's not specialty, it's just a normal this bad boy. So we're going to select this. We're going to come about right here for now. Alternatively, what we could do is we could kind of just do something like this, and then we can paint another industry, specialized industry area, or not special, like generic industry area in here, like so, just to have a little bit of spice and flavor. You know what I mean? Spice and flavor. So one of these is going to be oil. The other is going to be ore. Okay, and then we've also got our fishing material, which is delightful. But what I want to make sure that we do is I want to make sure that we go ahead and get our nice, amazing, beautiful 4-lane industrial road and do this to it. We're going to upgrade all of this down to here, and then we will just grab our 2-lane industrial road like so and fix the roundabout where it's facing the right directions. Show. And then I'm going to grab our 4-lane industrial, like 2-unit wide industrial, and do that. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to upgrade all of these. I can't actually do that, so never mind. Because the roads right here are locked to the asset, which is totally fine. So we'll just kind of fix that way for now. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to delete this actually because we don't need that. I'm going to come through here and I'm going to paint or zone in some industrial. Could I do something like, I can't, I'll have to do that. But you know what? Honestly, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. We can do something like so. Something like this, and then we'll do something like this. I want this space to be kind of unique. You know, do we have any fish farm? We could add a fish farm. That would be perfect for that area. Did we just unlock something? I think we did. No, it was an autosave. But that's fine. So we have this. We need people to start coming out here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to place some industry. I don't think this will be fully industry, but I definitely want industry on the pier. Excuse me. So something like this. Let's take that off a little bit. We're going to do, I'm going to have to get an airport out here at some point, and I don't know where I want it to be. For the sole purpose of using the airport aprons things, we need to remove some of those decrepit buildings, but it's fine. That's not what we're doing today. We're doing this today, right? Okay, so I like the idea of actually having like a toll booth on here. So while we have this going for us, let's go ahead and do that. Let's remove, there's not really a straight segment that we could use. Are these people going to slow down egregiously? Yes, they are, but that's fine. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove these for now. Oh, that's the wrong button. All right, we're gonna pause the game. We don't need to pause the game. Let's choose a toll road. We're gonna use a 4, 2. I think this should be fine. So this will be kind of like the gateway sort of to this area, right? I think that may be a little too much. It's a 4-lane, it's a 2-lane to a 4-lane. I don't think that's the right call. I think we want to use the 2-way toll booth for that. Yeah. That's fine. I don't mind it. It's good. And it kind of... I'll just have to remember to add toll booths on these side roads as well, which is totally fine. So what we're going to do, let's connect this back up. Use this. Gonna grab the right road. We're gonna come straight just a little bit, something like that, and I think we'll have a nice simple curve. Let's do 6, and then we will just kind of come straight in like there. All right, so now we have a toll booth, which is nice. So we can come down here to this pier. All right. Look at this. We don't have any people coming in yet, which is totally fine. Let's turn anarchy off. Let's do something like this, something like this. Could we perhaps get a warehouse? I don't know what we could do. We could have maybe a, I want this active. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm super scatterbrained right now, but that's totally cool. What's new? Let's do an office building right here. I think that'll be fine. So let's grab this. We need to add fishing lines, so we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to use the freeform. I'm going to turn off everything except angle. Okay. It's going to be shellfish harvesting here. I'm not sure about how efficient this line will be. If we see that we need to do more in regards to getting it to be more efficient, we can totally do that. And what's cool is that we have the option of salmon farming would be delightful. We have the option of painting the lines outside of the city limit or city boundary. But I think for now, let's do salmon all up here. Like so. And then we will kind of circle back here. Something like this. Honestly, the fishing and the farming in this game are two of my favorite industry types. So we just have a couple fish farms. This is nice. And this will start getting people to come out in this area anyway. Which I am here for. I feel like this is going to be an amazing little place. Here's what we're gonna do though. I want to add like some like details kind of in the central little situation we got going on. So here's what we'll do. We'll just place a couple of trees so as to dissuade people from just yeeting themselves through the center of the roundabout, which is wont to happen. People do that sometimes. I remember watching a video of a car just like careening over and ramping a whole roundabout in very dramatic fashion. And we're just gonna send a couple flowers. Alright. So we're gonna come back to traffic manager. We're gonna priority sign, control shift, click that, and we are good to go. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use network multi-tool. No controller. And we're gonna just square off all of these things like that. And I'm gonna grab this one. We're gonna bring it back just a hair. Let's go about 15. Just get a little larger turning radius on all of these corners. So they can keep a little bit of speed coming through. That's awesome. And we have our first truck out here. Delightful. Look at the little the boats, and that's a screenshot. Oh yeah, look at this. Delightful. You love to see it. So we have the bones for that coming in, which is great. Yeah, we have an office building, and I'm just gonna it'll be fine. Doesn't look like it fits there, but you know, it's okay. Before we go today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come off this right here, and I'm gonna kind of zone out or lay out roads for an industry area. We're gonna come off here. Let's turn on everything except road guidelines. Let's do a 40. And then I think what we'll do, let's just, let's do another 40 about right here. And we're gonna just kind of go through, have this like as an intersection. Something like this. And then what we'll do, we'll come straight like so. Like that. And we're gonna come off at a 90. We're gonna come off here. Let me actually turn on our terrain view. Yeah. So what I wanted to do initially, let's turn that off. What I wanted to do is kind of something like this actually. Let's get rid of that. So we have brush size. Let's do about a 92. That's fine. Gonna kind of come down like so. Something like that. I don't want it to be too close to the road because I don't want it to be like cut kind of situation. But I do want it closer so as to do that. And then what we'll do is I'm going to grab this height right here. And we're going to slope up. Oh, hey there. Messed up. So I'm going to flatten that out all the way up to here. Just kind of get a little closer and kind of go straight like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the slope tool. We're going to select this height and we're going to just gently slope up like so. I think I'll push it back just there. Yeah. Something like that. And that'll be fine. That should be easy enough for the trucks to get up. So what we'll do, something like that. And again, I want to make sure that I remember to have the toll booth as well right here. I think it'll be a small one. But what I'm going to do, let's grab this, we're going to grab that. Let's turn these things back on. And we're going to have view like so. And then I'm just going to come straight up about right here. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure that we need to do is kind of for the sake of realism, kind of want to maybe add like a barrier of some kind right there. But friends, you know, I think we've got the bones, right? We've filled out this area, kind of a little bit. I want to make sure that we don't neglect this little park area that I want to make. We could also add parking lots right here too, which will be something that we think about. But yeah, it's just a foundational episode, problem-solving episode. Before we go, let's remove these old historic buildings, which makes me sad because they've been here from the beginning. But sometimes whenever there's a death wave and you forget to fix the trash situation, things happen. You know how it is. You know how it is. We need power. Power is also what we need. It's not because of the 81 tiles, it's because we're in the yellow for power. So what I think I like the idea of doing, let's add one more geothermal, but I'm gonna have it off at an angle. Before we go, we're gonna do this. Let's do One more geothermal. Oop, 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 oop. Nope, not quite. Here's what we'll do. We're going to remove that little nub. We're going to put it right next to our fourth thing. It'll be a good time. And it fits like a glove. Can't get it any closer, that's fine. We'll just do that, and that should help out. I want to do a solar farm at some point. I'm thinking I might look on the the Steam Workshop and look for some fun solar panel assets. And I think it'll be a good time. I think it will be a good time. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining today on this episode of Ordens Fin City Skylines 1. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your subscribe. They all mean a whole bunch. And you know, thank you so much. We've reached the 80 subscriber milestone, and it just means a whole lot. It really does. I doing this for the fun of the game, so to speak, and to know that have 80 people sub to the channel, it helps me. It helps me stay confident. So thank you all so much again. I appreciate everything that you do for the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.